Racing on Thursday takes place out at Turffontein. We are racing on the inside track. 10 races on the program. Race number 1 is set to get underway at 12:10, 1,450 meters the distance. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares. Joining me on the line is Alistair Cohen. And Alistair, how are you doing?
Yeah, all good, thanks, Raheel. It's leading up to a Grade 1 day on the half-veld. The Grade 1 races in the Western Cape are done for a good few months, and as I said, today's obviously the road show now starts to get a little bit more exciting in KZN and on the half-veld as well. But you find me in good spirits, extremely upside down with how we went on Tuesday. I'll tell you what was annoying is that I did obviously say to Sheldon, I thought the bet of the week was in store in the form of Banff. I'm not afraid to admit a not so successful punt. But the annoying part of it is that when I say all the horses, a lot of horses that came across the line were horses that we were big on the time before. So now I guess it's just a matter of hitting the target, I suppose, because the right horses are on the radar, just on the wrong day.
Oh, well, let's hope Thursday we can get back to winning ways. Race number 1, 12:10, number 8, Panin Silver is your favourite, yeah? This is from the Sean Terrier, trading at 2-1 in the market. It is 5-2 Blind Ambition, 3-1 Give Me a Call, 9-2 on a Jet Plane. It's then 7-1 and Better Bar those. Now, Alistair, this filly produced a very, very encouraging run on debut over 1,000 meters, and you'd expect with natural improvement she'd go close. But I like the look of Blind Ambition. I mean, after last start, when second to Give Me Everything, that form line looks so good.
Well, I mean, how's that form line suddenly sparked up, Raheel? You're spot on. I want to start with number 2, Blind Ambition, because I think she's the horse they all need to beat. Brett Webber settled the final race winner at the Val on Tuesday. Jason Gates gets on board number 2, Blind Ambition. First run on the half-veld. You can do a very long pace study, and you'll see that first run on the half-veld from a horse that was based in the Western Cape is generally a good time to strike. As you mentioned, the form line has sparked up. This is the extent that it's sparked up to. The horse that ran 11th, beaten nearly 6 lengths, and Deba Maibuya has come out and won. The horse who ran 4th, Bright Gold, has come out and won, and the horse who won, Give Me Everything, is now a stakes winner. And I think there's a lot more to come. I think the further she goes, the more she races, the better she will be. So that form line has sparked up to a level where Blind Ambition, in essence, probably ran to the same sort of level that horses like Lady Springfield did on Saturday. It's not an exact sum, obviously, but you can probably draw that type of representation. So first run of the half-veld, seems a relatively fit horse, being off 43 days. Generally quite a few people like to give them a bit of a break just to acclimatise, but Brett Webber's not taking any chances, straight in, and she does set a pretty strong target on her back, considering that form line that she brings in. No way that you can write off 6 Give Me a Call and 8 Panning Silver. Neither of them come from a form line that we can really be strong on. 6 Give Me a Call gets the service of Gavin Lorena. Now 8 Panning Silver, I have no idea how that form line to Fully Committed is going to work out, because Fully Committed wasn't expected to be that emphatic on debut. Obviously a couple of scratchings made her task a lot easier, and she looked the part in winning, but what did she beat? Well, we'll learn a lot more about what she beat out of this race. I think the step up in distance will suit number 8 Panning Silver, and now the yard has well and truly come to life, and Craig Zaki is riding exceptionally well. So I think a 3-cornered contest, but in order of preference, I'll go 2, 6 and 8.
2, 6 and 8 in race number 1. Race number 2, this will be the start of the bipod, 1,450 meters, 12:40 the off-time maiden plate. And here in the second race, your favorite is number 8, Cheerio Baby, trading at 11-10. Satyagraha is at 16-10. It is 11-2 about Royal Miracle. It's then 10-1 and Better Bar those. Scratches number 6, Future Nair, was a winner just the other day, and it's a field of 9 that remain. Alistair, this second race on the program, are you a Cheerio Baby fan, or are you a Sean Terry fan here with number 7, Satyagraha?
Just leaning towards number 7, Satyagraha, Raheel, but it's open-ended. I think the bar pot being my suggested bet, I think that you could go one or the other. I think they'll run 1-2, and I think you could probably take a boxed exacta here in race number 2. I'd lean towards Satyagraha. This is the reasons why. Second run after a break yard, come to form. Nice run last time behind Paul Revere. Does seem to have a very nice turn of foot, which he's demonstrated on both starts when clearing a lot of horses right at the end. So the step up in and distance should be of absolutely no concern. Half-brother to Grade 1 winner, the quirky Russian Rock. Also half-brother to some horses that we're nowhere near as good as Russian Rock, but with that said, he has got a Grade 1 winner in the family. And I think Satyagraha, from a good draw with Stratham on board again, has got to stand a good chance. No way that I could sit here and write off number 8, Cheerio Baby. Not that Sean Terry would think like this, but he has got a line with Gerbera, who runs in a Grade 1 on Saturday. Gerbera beats Cheerio Baby last time she went and won a very good race subsequently, and is running in a Grade 1 just 48 hours later. So there's got to be some sort of impact to number 8, Cheerio Baby. She's a regally bred daughter of Danon Platina out of the great Volkerborstrift Triple Tiara winner, Cherry on the top, who was trained by Ormond Ferraris and ridden by the late Naresh Juggler. Nothing else in the race, Raheel. They should run 1-2, just 7 over 8, but if 8 beats 7, I would not be blown away.
Boxed exact to the play in race number 2, numbers 7 and 8. Moving along to race number 3 next up. This will be the start of the place accumulator. It is a maiden plate over 2,000 meters. 1:15 is the off time. Favorite number 11, the mightiest, at 18-10. Number 3 is at 5-2. It is Santiago's Pride at 6-1, along with Spirit Salvaggio. It's then 10-1 and better bar those. Now, this was the mightiest, a filly that has run second at her last 2 starts, and Mountain Eye finally got it right last time out when beating the mightiest. But this was here, Alistair, from the Michael and Adam Azzy yard. He's now going 2,000 meters, and I think there's lots and lots of scope for improvement for this individual. I like the way he finished off his race last time out.
Yeah, he's a bit of a puzzling one, Raheel. I do like him. Wei Tanango, I was chatting to Susan Rowett about the pronunciation of this horse, something to do with coffee, if I'm not mistaken, in South America. And I remember his debut. It came in what looked like a weak field. Carlson Victor has obviously proven himself to be well above average, and then the second start again, he ran no sort of race, and all of a sudden he came to life behind Spy Story last time, when again the first half of the race looked better but still ordinary, and he finished off his race very nicely. So from the deep draw, which is obviously not ideal, I anticipate he'll be dropped in and asked to do some good late work. It's not going to be easy for him to make up the ground on the Turffontein inside track, but there is some sort of turn of foot there. Obviously not an instant response. I suppose with number 3, Wei Tanango, it's either hit or miss. I don't expect him to run a nice second. He's either going to win and relish a step up in distance, or he's just never going to get going in time. So I've got him in. He's my top choice, but disclaimers do apply. The horse I've got in his backup is number 2, Gift of Royal. He had a long campaign towards the end of winter and the start of summer, where he was kept on the boil, in fact, throughout his entire career. And he came to hand towards the end. I think a little freshen up will do him a world of good, number 2, Gift of Royal. Jeffrey Staster takes the ride, and I'd make him some sort of backup on the evidence of his last 2 runs. They came in work riders maidens, where form lines are obviously at a bit of a premium, but I don't like the form lines of anything in this race. I suppose number 4, Spirito Salvaggio, under a red-hot Ryan Munger, warrants a little bit of respect, but he's held by Wei Tanango to the tune of 3 lengths on their last start. So from that point of view, I'd take my chances with number 2, Gift of Royal, being bipod back up to number 3, Wei Tanango, because we're kind of going in blind, I'd say, with most of the field.
Yep, number 2 could be some good value here at 10-1 in the market, and a nice backup to horse number 3, who's currently at around 5-2. Moving along to race number 4, this will be the start of the pick 6. It is a fillies and mares 87 divided handicap, 1,800 meters the distance, 13:50 is the off time. Number 2, Do It With Diamonds, favourite at 5-2. Number 6, One Religion at 3-1, along with number 7, Avalon Toast. It's 7-2 about number 8, Sensoria, 8-1 and better bar those. You can scratch number 5, which is LMB. So it's a field of just 8 runners that remain. Opening leg of the pick 6. Alistair, how many horses do you think the guys need?
I've got 3 in the bipod. I'll probably put 1 more into the pick 6. The horse that's not in my bipod that I would definitely consider for the pick 6 would be number 9, Pearl the No Crown, dropping in class and still getting a nice light weight on her back. I'm appropriately annoyed here. I actually like number 5, LMB, but she unfortunately is a non-runner. So 2, 6 and 7 make up my bipod numbers here, Raheel. Let's start with number 2, Do It With Diamonds. She's a bit of a pro on the Turffontein inside track. Gavin Lorena on board, ran with boys last time, finished second behind 2 Miles West. I like the profile that she brings in. She's a fighter. She's beaten boys before. Although winning seems to have stopped since she got penalised for being a loser last time out. She still runs her races. She runs consistently, so I'd expect her to be right there. If she doesn't win, she should be in the mix. 6-1 Religion, very consistent. She's turned the corner. Diego de Gavea gets a tune out of her. She needs a very weird ride. You got to ride her like an absolute thief on the night, Raheel. But she can turn it on, number 6-1 Religion. She's a very well-bred daughter of Silvano, out of a mare that produced a horse that was exported to Hong Kong. It was also trained by Roy Magno. It was 1-from-1 on day of export from South Africa. I don't think you saw a race course in Hong Kong, but anyway, none of that really matters. One Religion is effective under Diego, is effective with a strong pace, and is effective on the inside course. And then number 7, Avo on Toe, is hard to just totally rule her out on the back of her second last time behind Lady Soul. She's been knocking at the door for a while now. Should be a deserving winner. Gets Munger on board for Joey Soma, half sister to a Grade 1 winner in the form of Red Saxon. I've got time for number 7, Avo on Toe. So they're the 3 horses that make up my buy pot, but as mentioned, pick 6 include number 9, Pearl in her Crown.
Yep, number 9, Pearl in a Crown, currently at 8-1 in the market. Moving along to race number 5 next up. The 5th race is a Fillies and Mares 72 divided handicap, 1800 meters the distance, 25 past 2 is the off time. Number 8, Angel's Wish is a horse that I see is at 16-1 in the market, but tipped up on top here in the computer form, and it's going to be interesting to see how she goes in this contest from the Whale Marwin yard. On her last start, fought to Ancient Wisdom. But Alistair, I see the favourite is Party Punch and Have a Party at 33-10. What's your thoughts here? Are you going wide in this leg?
It's a very tricky race, this Raheel, and I'm not 100% sure how to read it. I've got numbers 4 and 5, therefore leaving out number 6, Party Punch, who finished in front of number 4, Streisand, last time out. But with that said, I think Streisand has got a very valuable swing of the weights. It's only half a length, but that should be enough to turn around a quarter of a length, I think. And also Streisand on her home course again. I don't know. I just think that she's been working towards her peak. She was clearly outclassed 3 runs back in the Betway 50s mile when World of Alice and Fiery Pegasus and horses of that caliber were just much too good for her. But back at calmer water, she's worked her way back. She's into hand, especially with a tongue tie last time out when running third behind Gerbera, who, as mentioned, runs in a Grade 1 on Saturday. There's also an aspect that she was supported last time. It doesn't take much to find a horse from 33-1 down to 14-1. But with that said, there was a little bit of interest about number 4, Strides, and I think that's enough just to sort of prick the ears and expect her to go well. Added to that, Cabello Mazzaniani rides extremely well for the class and yard. 5 Sneak Preview, very consistent. Caden Brewer on board for Lucky Hudalakas. Lucky's always good value for a winner per meeting. She's been stuck at this type of level for a while, running consistent races, not quite getting the job done, but I see no reason that she's suddenly going to drop the bundle. She should be somewhere in the mix. It's a very complicated race. Ideal Future, there is a form update for her because she ran a lovely race just a few days earlier, and just to give you the heads up, she ran third, a quarter of a length behind Poplar Park on Saturday. I cannot see her being effective on the Turffontein inside, or not as effective on the Turffontein inside track, but that is still a valuable form update. So yeah, I'm happy with numbers 4 and 5. Obviously numbers 6 and 7 get worked into the pick 6, but it's a race that won't take much winning, but I think there's a little bit of value around number 4, Stride. I think she'll be in the top 3 at worst.
Nope, that's 4 Streisand trading at 4-1. Moving on to race number 6. This is an MR83 handicap over 1800 meters. 3 o'clock is the off time. Favorite number 4 On Target 22-10. Number 6 One More Start 5-2. Number 1 Towers of Gold is at 6-1 along with the 7 horse Diesel's Shadow. It's then double figure odds about the balance. Now On Target, quite an improving son of Lancaster Bomber, was well held last time out in second position when going 1800 meters behind Don't Cry For Me. We saw Artist Model from that form line here and second just the other day. And then we've got this horse One More Star, well-bred son of One World, who I thought was maybe a touch unlucky last time out to get beaten by Silvano Song, although it was a cracking win from Silvano Song that day.
I think they're 2 very good 3-year-olds, Raheel. I think they've both got a lot to come. I think they've got better days ahead of them. But I would lean towards number 4 On Target. I've got both of them in the bar pot, and to be fair, I think both of them will suffice in the pick 6 as well. I'm not going to be looking for anything else in the race. On Target comes in a fitter horse having run 12 days ago with all the rain around, I think these horses and the horses that ran on Monday and Tuesday would have been most affected, and potentially going into Saturday, although I think Saturday's runners will be fine. But 12 days apart from runs, that's going to be as good as having a good solid grass gallop for number 4 On Target, who, as you said, was well held by Don't Cry For Me last time, but I get the impression that Don't Cry For Me is A, improving, and B, grew an extra leg in the soft. So from that point of view, I think On Target's pretty much in the right place. Draw 1, Lorena on board on the inside track. Top choice. Number 6, One More Star. Same comment applies, but that he's got better days ahead of him. You mentioned he's a very well-bred son of One World. He's a half-brother to Mel Moose, who was a Triple Crown winner. Was just elbowed out last time by Silvano's Song, just tipped out over the closing stages. I think he's got a lot to come. I don't know if he'll be a fitter horse with all the rain that's been around, but still second run after an official break. I would like to see him step up in distance until we can be really confident and probably see the best of number 6, One More Star. I don't know whether this is a fact, but we got the Derby trial, the Ormond Ferraris Derby trial, which is now the Hawam Stakes on the 8th of March. I reckon that would be a nice race right for the picking for both these horses, but more particularly number 6, One More Star. Both of these horses excite me in the future. I don't know if they're group winners, but they definitely got wins to come. They're both well above average 3-year-olds.
Another race where you can perhaps take an exact just 4 and 6, the two horses to fight it out in race number 6. Race number 7, 1540 is the off time. It is a start of Jackpot 2, 1800 meters at the distance. It's an MR 97 handicap, and 2 miles west tops the boards at 28 to 10. Number 12, Total Surrender at 3 to 1. Number 9, Mount Darwin at 4 to 1. It's an 8 to 1 and better bar those. Now, horse number 8, 2 miles west, Gavin Lorena takes a ride now for Paul Matchett. Alistair, this horse, 2 miles west, winner last time out. What's your thoughts? Do you think he can go back to back?
Yeah, he definitely can. The handicap has given him £5. He's now off a rating of 90, so we'll see whether he's able, especially from a deep draw. And if you watch that race again, he would have been his own worst enemy had he not got the job done. He was hanging all over the place over the final 200 meters, but he always had it under control, and as you mentioned, heavily supported last time from 7 to 1 to 17 to 10, so there was absolutely no room for error, and he got the job done to number 8, 2 miles west. Lovely, tough horse, always liked him. He's always mildly impressed me, number 8, 2 miles west, and I think that with the win under the belt last time, he's got every chance of backing that up, but it's certainly no one-way avenue. This, I've got 5 horses in my bipod. The half-brother to Double Grand Slam, number 3, Star Coin. I've got a lot of respect for in this race for Hill. He's down from a 109 to a 96. Third run after a break, back over a better distance, got formed to some of the best horses of his generation. Better last run. He would have needed his penultimate run badly. He looked it in the parade ring as well. Last time he made some good late gains behind Icky Guy. That run probably isn't enough to be overly confident, but I still think that he's stepping up in the right direction. I've got a lot of time for number 3, Star Coin. He's the value in the race. I think that he can run into the top 3. 6, Royal Edition, gained gallant front runner last time on the Drum Star. He had no right to Up a rating of 85. He was under sufferance. He's got a deep draw, number 6, Royal Edition, but he is down in class as well, so I think that he could run some sort of race. He got a £5 penalty for being beaten 3.5 lengths. Ironically, his worst run in a while was his career best, and he's been penalised as a result. But number 6, Royal Edition, always gets thrown into my play. 9, Mount Darwin, real trier. Stuart Pettigrew trained Pilasande Nkoli takes a ride. He seems to run quite well fresh, does number 9, Mount Darwin. Every time they bring him back from a break, he tends to run above himself. So don't leave him out of your play. And then I've also got the bottom weight, number 12, Total Surrender. Might look like Craig Zaki's jumped ship, but he'll ride for lucky wherever he can, and here he can. So number 12, Total Surrender, also goes into the play. It's a bit of a mishmash race, number 7, Loddon with chances, but for me the value lies with number 3, Star Coin, as far as the top 3 is concerned. With a little bit of luck, maybe he can get the job done.
Alistair, what do you think has gone wrong with this filly, Champagne Cocktail? Because she started off her career with a bang. She looked to be the next good thing around, and all of a sudden things have just gone pear-shaped for her. She hasn't been seen after beating Say Yes by 5 lengths. I mean, she's been disappointing since that. But what do you think the issue could be there?
Was she not just shrewdly placed by Mike de Kock at the start of her career, found the right fields. I mean, Azaleas for All and Say Yes haven't really hit any heights. I suppose her runs to the creme de la creme in the former main defender and Give Me Another weren't all that bad. And she's obviously had her problems as well. She's a half-sister to Sparkling Water, Hollywoodbets Durbanville winner of 2022. This is a massive drop in class for number 1, Champagne Cocktail. Wouldn't surprise me if she did get into the top 4, but I'm still not seeing any life. I'd rather see her running on and finishing off her races and hitting the line with quite a lot in hand rather than fading out of it, which she has done of late. So, yeah, top 4 chance for me, number 1, Champagne Cocktail. Maybe soon she'll pop up.
Perhaps want to just keep on the radar there, number 1, Champagne Cocktail. But number 3, Starcoin, could be the find of the day. 25 to 1 in the market. Alec Laird and Kabelo Matsanyane teaming up with the son of Gold Standard. Rating drop and improvement is expected on Thursday. Moving along to race 8. This is an MR84 handicap, 1600 meters the distance, and 4:15 is the off time. Number 6, Kudzu at 33 to 10. Number 4, Salute the Flag at 7 to 2. It's 15 to 2 about number 2, Birthright. It's then 8 to 1. And Better Ball, though scratched, is number 5, Kamensky, who ran on Tuesday. Field of 13 runners over the 1600 meter trip. How many horses will the guys need?
Oh, I think they need quite a few here, Raheel. Let's go through it. 2 Birthright, 3 Willow Express, 4 Salute the Flag, 6 Katsu, 10 King of Numbers, 11 Houslow Grande, 13 Ombudsman all pop up on my radar. Ombudsman's at a bit of a price as well, so that could be the lurker. Let's start with Candace with horse number 4, Salute the Flag. He's doing very well at home, obviously brings an affluent win from his last start. Candace is a little bit worried about him on the inside track, though, that he might be slightly better on a more galloping course. But with that said, this was the perfect race, MR84 over a mile, etc., etc. But let's hope that he can quicken in time on the inside track. Gets the expert services of Gavin Arena, so get every assistance from the saddle. He's a big runner because he's doing very well. He's probably in better heart than what he was last time when winning a novice handicap, but hopefully the course doesn't catch him out. 3 Willow Express with his mate Pierce Stratham on board. Always got respect for him. He's just a shade away from being an Equine millionaire. If he won the race, he'd go past R1 million. If he ran second, he'd just be short. I know for a fact this horse has been nearly retired so many times, and every time they give him a last chance, he runs an absolute ripper. So he's got many a stay of execution, number 3, Willow Express. Last run to 2 miles west. In fact, it's his runs to Radicchio that really stand out. Radicchio ran in a feature race not so long ago and got protected by the handicapper due to the conditions of the race. So that, I think, indirectly brings number 3, Willow Express, alive. He's not a horse to trust. He's a 7-year-old. He's run 62 times. He's going to run the odd howler from time to time, but he does bring the right type of profile to be very dangerous. 2 Birthright, he's very headstrong. He's got a little bit of a habit of over-racing. If Niven Nastidi can keep him together like he did on the 3rd of December, he can definitely be dangerous. He's got a deep draw, but you know where he's going because out of the gates, they're all going to be looking left, and Nastili is coming on number 2 Birthright. The horse that I probably put on top is number 6 Katsu. Very consistent, hasn't won in a long time, 520 days, a year and a half, but has formed to Spumante Dolce, who's likely to start red hot favourites in the Grade 1 Bilkebostra South African Fillies Classic on Saturday. There's also a form line here with Spumante Dolce, where Kutsu finished in front of King of Numbers in safe space and meets them on identical terms. Was just ahead in front of King of Numbers, but I anticipate that he'd be able to stay ahead of King of Numbers, who's obviously getting a mention as well. Jason Gates on board for Brett Weber. 11 Haslo Grande is always a horse that I just chuck in because he's done me a few favours along the way. And Ombudsman, go watch the last run. Absolutely no chance from a deep draw. Ratings dropped. I've always thought he's a little bit better than his overall profile represents. Penultimate start to Dance King was a big step in the right direction. He's definitely the value, and he's got King of Numbers and safe space held in that run to Dance King. So I think that he can, at 10 to 1, get at least into the top 4. Quartet inclusion, 13 Ombudsman.
Yeah, race number 8, very, very tricky contest of the 1600 meter trip, and you want to go as wide as you possibly can in the 8th. Moving on to race 9, penultimate race on the program. 1650 is the off time, 1450 meters the distance. Fillies and Mares 79 handicap. Favourite is number 3, Boom Boom at 33 to 10. Number 9, Mighty Goddess 4 to 1, along with the Juniper Green, who just ran on Tuesday and ran into 3rd position. 5 to 1, Godspeed. 8 to 1, number 2 Quantum. It's then 10 to 1 and better bar those. Fillies and Mares 79 handicap. What's your thinking here?
I found a bit of a roughie here, Raheel. Not in the market. Number 6, Sigrid Swing. Cabello Matsanyani takes her out for Heinrich van der Vestes, and she's been lurking around races where she had no right to be. Graduation plays to Sorceress Supreme and races to Francine and Call Me When You Need Me, all horses that are rated close to 100, if not more than 100, even last time behind here, Call Me Boki, rated in the mid-90s. Ratings come down, gets Cabello on board. I think that she's definitely in the calmest water she's ever been in, number 6, Sigrid Swing. On the back of a rating drop, the draw's obviously not ideal, but I think that she's definitely the value in a very trappy race. Interesting dynamics here between numbers 3, Boom Boom, and number 9, Mighty Goddess. Mighty Goddess also in the colours of Stinky Pue. There was only half a length between them last time on the 6th of February. That was a mess of a race. These two got into a bit of a bumping and boring match. They reoppose each other. Boom Boom should stand front of Mighty Goddess, but Mighty Goddess also may have needed the last run. She returned blowing last time out, so that's signs of just needing that run. She'll be better with the outing under the belt. So I think the winner comes from one of those three, to be honest. If Quantum was drawn a bit better, I'd also put her forward as a chance, because she's always been but I'd say highly touted. She's probably underachieved, number 2 Quantum. There's always a whisper out for her and a little bit of money and a bit of support and talk about the daughter of Ideal World, but she's never quite put it together. But I think number 6, Sigrid Swing, represents the horse to watch closely in the race, with 3 and 9 the horses that ought to get involved as well.
10 to 1 the price about number 6, Sigrid Swing. Could be some nice value here in race 9. Moving along to race 10, final race on the day. It's an MR72 handicap over 1450 meters, and your favorite in the last week favorite, number 4 Cotinos and number 9 Carnello at 5 to 1. Number 5 Princess Ilaria 11 to 2, along with number 13 Ode to the Ocean. 6 to 1 After Hours, 6 to 1 Oh My Gucci Girl. It's in double figure odds about the balance. Scratched is number 6 Circus Lights. Race number 10, well, what's the top choice for Alistair Cohen in the final race on the day?
I'm going to let the cat out the bag here. Number 15 plus 4's got a chance to run. He's 25 to 1. He's got Gavin Lorena on board. He's working unbelievably well. He's been nominated all over the place for the last 6 weeks and gets rough draws. He's in draw 1 now after the scratching of number 6 Circus Lights. I think he'll go very, very close. He's a huge runner, number 15 plus 4. He was made a reserve runner. Gavin was declared on the horse. I also think Gavin threw a leg over him. He's got that Cape form that appeals as well. Don't leave him out. If he doesn't need the run badly, which he might do, he'll still run into the top 4, number 15 plus 4. But who are the horses to have a good look at? 4 Cotinos, I love the horse, but winning does not come easy for the son of Var. He needs a certain type of ride. He's not got much of a run-in. He's got a deadly run-in, but it lasts for a few seconds, number 4 Cotinos. He's going to get it right one of these days. His last start was encouraging behind After Hours. He's just bound to be on the premises. He faces After Hours again. After Hours should be very much in the race, although Cotinos comes in here, a kilo and a half better off for a length and a quarter turnarounds. There shouldn't be too much between them. I think number 9 Carnello, who was very keen on last time out, back on the inside track, he just saves his best for the tight turning course, number 9 Carnello, so I'd loathe to leave him out. So those are probably the 4 main protagonists in the race. But 15 plus 4, well overpriced in this race. His price will at least halve, especially after these comments. But 15 plus 4, 4 Cotinos, 8 After Hours, 9 Carnello, probably the horses to work around most. And also number 12, Oh My Gucci Girl. She won a good race last time, although carrying 50 kilos. Tadok came out and won a race probably stronger than this. She should also be somewhere in and around the action. And 13 Ode to the Ocean also ran a lovely race last time behind Time for Charity. Caught the eye late, did have a very lightweight, got Munger on board, so she's also got some sort of prayer. I think the winner comes from one of those 6.
Yeah, number 15 plus 4, 25 to 1 in the market. Alistair, you're giving the guys a Christmas present in February.
Look, we'll take it with both hands, but 25 to 1 is a lunatic price. I suppose no one's woken up to the fact that he's actually got a run at the time of recording. He won't start 25 to 1. Expect him to be in the top 4.
Yeah, especially with Gavin Lorena booked to take the ride, yeah, with the son of Versa and Getrix. But that is race number 10. and it is set to be around over 1450 meters. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now, and Alistair will take us through his suggested bet. It is a bipot, and the bipot will begin with the running of race number 2. Alistair, take it away.
Yep, so race 2, 20 to 1 is off time, so these are the numbers. Banky number 7, Satya Graha, and you go 7 or 8 in the first leg. By 2 and 3, Gift of Royal and Huehue Tenango. By 2, 6 and 7, Do It With Diamonds, One Religion and Avo on Toast. 4 and 5, Streisand and Sneak Preview. That's the race that I'm most worried about in the bipot. By 4 and 6, On Target and One More Star. And then the final leg opened up a little bit. Star Queen, the value, number 3 with 6 Royal Edition, 8 2 Miles West, 9 Mount Darwin, and 12 Total Surrender. So hopefully we can claw our way back going into Saturday.
That is the bipot begins in race number 2 at 12:40. The race meeting gets underway at 12:10. Alistair, thanks very much. Have a wonderful Wednesday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and hopefully all goes well, and enjoy the week ahead.
Yeah, cheers, Raheel. Same to you, same to all the viewers. Should be a lot of fun coming up, and yep. Well, it's all about having fun, backing a few winners, and having a lot to run along with, and forming an opinion in the future. By the way, Hollywoodbets Durban July betting, I believe, will be out in plus minus a week. Anti-post betting, that's always exciting. That's just a little nudge that the ball needs to get rolling.
Yep, we're not that far away from the start of KZN champion season. Certainly looking forward to it. But all the best with racing on Thursday out at Turffontein.